Today is October 7th, Monday morning, closer to 12 p.m., 2024. So I'm a little late in making the video today, but yeah, it was doing a lot of different things. But I wanted to make sure because it's back of my mind that I got to make the video because it does help me with it stays in my mind, and it also helps me to stay present in the moment as a mindfulness practice because I do it every day. So today's video I'll probably make a shorter one, which is why I'm kind of holding the phone instead of using the tripod. When I use the tripod, usually that's when I go for longer video. Today I might go for a little walk at some point during the day. I'm not really sure, or I might go in the gym. A friend of mine, she's really helping me to push me to exercise, which is a good thing because I have been trying to do that, and I'm regular sometime and sometime I'm not, and I do want to practice for the marathon. Not full marathon, half marathon, 13 miles, because I can do only like 2.5 miles now. Before end of October, I want to get to 3 miles, and that's the consistent progress we want to make. So my goal is that every mile, every month, I'm gonna try to keep practicing and increase from where I was to an additional mile, and hopefully eventually sometime next year, I don't know, September or October, November, somewhere there, I'll get to 13 miles, which is half a marathon. So eventually I'll get there. And also one main interesting thing I wanted to have in today's video is because yesterday this concept came through my mind as I was talking to a friend that and it did help me too, because I was trying to help her about some things, and a lot of time that's what happens when you are trying to help somebody else with something, because the words that we speak, it also helps us. So it was about sort of like past and future, and sometime when we know that past is past and we got to keep focusing on the future, and our mind is like the way it processes things, it always wants to go to the familiar past. And that's what Joe Dispenza would say that too all the time. Our mind wants to go back to the familiar past. It is also because that is what is our comfort zone is, and everybody wants the predictable, the comfort zone things, right? So we have to push ourselves to get out of that comfort zone, because all growth is outside the comfort zone. And when you keep trying to learn and do new things, your comfort zone actually expands. And if your comfort zone was this, and you keep practicing, learning and growing, and your comfort zone expands, which is good. And that's why you keep learning more and more. And then we are able to achieve more in our life. And achieving more is not the whole point. The whole point is what makes us happy. Everybody is whatever they're doing or pursuing, it is the pursuit of happiness. Even the monks, the priest or pastor or people at home, everybody is going for that happiness. And what is important to train our mind for those things that are neutral, to be grateful for that, because when we're grateful for that, that makes us happy. Because when you're happy about, say, getting a new car, a new house, or a new job, those last only until certain point, right? You could be happy for a few weeks, few months, or even a year, but after that, our minds are made in such a way that we would keep craving for something new. So when we try to train our mind, it's all about how we can be happy right here, right now. And that is the biggest wisdom. That is the biggest wisdom to learn, that to be grateful for what we have, because we can never have enough. Where there are billionaires in the world, many billionaires who are not happy, right? But at the same time, there are people who doesn't have enough to get to eat every day. It's like two different extreme, right? The way I look at things is, um, um, too much of anything is not good, right? So if you think of like broccoli is very good, or avocado, very good. But if you eat broccoli every single day for 2 weeks, you don't even have to eat it for 2 weeks. Eat it for 1 week. You will spend most of your time in the bathroom because it'll give you diarrhea. So that's the point. I know I'm saying it's a funny way, but the point is that if you're chasing money at the same time, if you're chasing too much money, like, like constantly, just that's what the goal is, that's not good, because that will get you to, not be happy with where you are, and you're just chasing for that, to become more and more rich or something like that. I mean, it's a metaphor. It could be applied in many different ways. And at the same time, people who are suffering where they don't have enough money. And for me, I have seen poor people in India because I grew up there. I came here in my early to mid 20s, and like here in the United States, there are poor people, and the perspective is very different. So when I think of that, it my heart goes out to those people. It's for parents to not know if they can feed their kids, and they don't have a shelter, and really living in tent. It's not for camping, and that's their real life. Seeing things like that up close, it changes your perspective. But anyway, the point is that, like I think Thich Nhat Hanh said, or somebody on YouTube, because I listen to so many of the self-help things and religious, spiritual things, that I kind of sometimes forget what I heard where. But yeah, I think a lot of people said that. Louise Hay said that, and Tony Robbins also said that. Like, if it was done something like that, okay, take all the billionaires' money, and then you kind of spread it to all the people in the world equally, and give it a little time, and then the money will end up being again to some of the handful billionaires. Why is that? And it's all about mindset, right? Because our mindset is built certain way, and we train ourselves in a certain way, that that's what ends up happening. It's not about just, okay, give it once and it's gonna be there. It doesn't work that way. It's all about mindset. So, but of course, I wish and hope that things get to a certain point. Once, like where in Star Trek, they don't have the concept of money, and it's more about doing things that you really love. Someday it'll happen, probably not in our lifetime. But anyway, I know I kind of got on a tangent about talking things today, but well, where I was going with my main point was the past and the future. So as I was talking to my friend, I was saying that past is like the rear view mirror, and the future is looking through the windshield. And I know that this is not a new concept. This has been used probably even in politics, but for personal life, or work life, or things like that. I haven't used that concept before, but now that I think through, it kind of applies to everything. Past is past, it's gone. And if you have made peace with that in your own mind, you just move on. And yes, you need to keep looking at the rear view mirror sometime, just like the way we would keep an eye on the rear view mirror when we are driving. Just like that in your life, you have to keep an eye on the rear view mirror to make sure you're not making the same mistake, right? Because when we keep making the same mistakes, it's our fault, not other people's. So it's important to realize that. but your focus, the laser focus, should be through the windshield, right? Because otherwise we will miss all the things that we are trying to manifest in our life. So as I was talking to her about that, it also kind of really, really resonated with me for me myself. And I thought, wow, that was a kind of great concept. So that I retain that, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow morning. And even though I said I'm going to do a short one, looks like I like to talk. So it's already 10 minutes. But anyway, I'm just going to finish the video and get going with the things that I need to do. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and rest of the week. And I will definitely make another one tomorrow, unless I make more today. Okay, bye.